Renekton on KTB's side, so we won't see Shen again at least. But with the Renekton here, let's see what Darien actually falls back on, because Aatrox is gone. That's normally his second pick or his first pick, and then the Renekton comes in. And now he needs to either pick up a Trundle or Dr. Mundo or Shyvana and then try and at least survive the early game and then outscale Renekton.
I think you mean Dr. Darien.
Dr. Darien, of course. Sorry for disrespecting Darien.
There you go, get the right reference. Thresh being picked up by Edward. It was very well played by Yellowstar earlier on today, but if anyone knows how to play against Thresh, it will be the KT Bullets. It's a champion that's picked non-stop in the Korean scene. We may well be seeing an Annie in that bottom lane. That's not a bad pick. And of course, Elise, one of the top junglers, being given to Insec.
Yes, so again, he had his take on, of course, Kha'Zix and obviously Elise. So for him, that's what actually the reason they delayed it. They said, we don't even mind you guys getting Kha'Zix because we just have Elise and it's just as fine for us. You can do so much for the entire game. You have so much early game or mid-game pressure with Elise. She's so strong. And you can always, again, even in the late game, as a full tank Elise, you have your execute on your Q, so you have your cocoon as well. You always have something to bring in team fights. And then with the Annie pickup, combined with Kassadin, to start the fight, to set something up here. Obviously, Kassadin doesn't want to go in as the first target, but still, with the AoE they have, with the magic damage here, combined, they actually force Gambit now to both focus on, of course, armor and magic resist, because you want to have some armor against this Renekton and, of course, the AD carry.
So what are Gambit going to finish off with? Looking for the AD carry and top laner here for them.
Oh no. No. Of course not. Lee Sin is already locked in.
Yeah, don't panic. Don't panic. It's just Edward. And they are going to go for the Shyvana Renekton matchup this time around. Not sure how that's going to work out for Darien, but Lucian has been picked up. So the Lucian Thresh, it's the #1 combo in Europe that seems to be working well. How's it going to work against a potential, what do we think, Caitlyn or Sivir here?
Well, there's nothing KT Bulls can pick on the AD carry side that can surprise Gambit actually here. Jinx could potentially be very, very strong if she can make sure he's not getting hooked by Edward when Diamond is there for the gank. The only risky thing with Jinx here is the fact that both Kha'Zix, Shyvana and Lee Sin can jump into your face. They all have gap closers to get to the Jinx, but KT Bulls are simply banking on the fact that they can start the fight and then force Gambit to more or less group up and have to kill either the Kassadin jumping in or the Renekton coming in into the face of them, so Jinx can stay in the background and be safe. But if Gambit are doing the engages, or if they come around the side onto this Jinx, Diamond will be able to kick him into the face of the rest of Gambit and get an easy kill onto him. And with this Kassadin pick here, the mid lane for me is going to be a very big question, because if Rio can manage to at least stay fairly even with Alex, it's a big win for him, but Alex, he really needs to dominate this one and make sure he can help the other lanes, because if he can go up to Shyvana, help her out against Renekton early on, make sure she can outscale Renekton, make sure she has a good and safe early game, it's going to be very good for Gambit. But the combo again from KT Bull's side, if they get ahead early on, if Kassadin can survive the laning phase, is very, very scary.
Speaking of that laning phase, will we see any swaps around coming to, to utilize or to help out that Kassadin and make him feel a little bit safer and make him have an easier time?
That's the issue for KT Bullets, because again, swapping Kassadin into a side lane is not ideal. Putting Kassadin against Shyvana is not going to work out for Kassadin. Putting Kassadin down in the bot lane against, of course, Lucian and Thresh is not going to work out at all. So for them, they're actually forced to go at least put Kassadin in the mid lane, and that's where Kha'Zix is very strong against him. So Gambit with the advantage when it comes to level 1 and setting up the lanes. But then, of course, we have to remember Renekton top lane can punish Darien hard. The dives from Insec coming in. And actually a little bit surprised there's no teleport onto Kassadin. That's normally what we see. It helps him out getting at least a few kills or some pressure early on, because he can teleport down to the bot lane or the top lane and set a gank up or a counter gank. Running Ignite this time, and let's see where they actually decide to put the Kassadin. And let's see how much they can do this bot lane at level 6 with both Jinx and Annie. You have so much burst. If you land the tables, you have the execute ultimate from Jinx. Very hard to deal with, but we have to remember with this very chase heavy combo or engage heavy combo from KT Bullets, the Lantern from Edward can actually turn out to be very, very important if he can help out the rest of his members if they're being caught out of position.
Oh, here we go then. Game number 2 between Gambit and the KT Bullets. A score just going through that brush there, spotted Genja as he did go out, and knowing that Edward's probably not far behind, you definitely don't want to be having to burn a flash early on to avoid any possible hooks that can come your way.
Now again, if KT Bullets should decide to lane swap, would surprise me a lot. They have a very good combo to push down turrets, of course. Jinx is one of the best AD carries, if not the best AD carry to push turrets early on. So they will have at least a chance. And the hook!
The flash hook didn't land, but it forced the flash from Score nonetheless. So 2 summoner spells being used by Edward and by Score.
And that was exactly what I was talking about with using a flash early on. It was Edward that started that one off, though, going very, very aggressive. Top lane is going to be Darien on Shyvana against Leopard, who's been so very strong, playing obviously that Shen in the last matchup there. The wards coming down from those trinkets and pretty standard stuff aside from that attempted flash hook from Edward earlier on.
Now Gambit is a team who loves to late invade on the blue buff. They've been doing it so often, and Diamond now, he's gonna go in with Edward and Genja towards this blue buff, it seems.
This is the combo they only ever do when they're on the blue side as well. This is their invade. This is how it works out. It's been hit and miss, that's for sure. And they're starting off their own blue buff as well. You can see Darien that's actually tanking that one out, not Alex Ich. He's going to go in towards it. They're both going to turn and take that one, so they're taking the blues at the same time. It's worked out. Diamond's got his.
Yeah, and there was no vision for KTB to actually spot them going in there. They were pinging them in the bush, and they actually see Edward moving down here with Genja, so they know the blue buff is gone. And Elise, look at her movement here. She was thinking for a second about going to Gambit's blue buff, but because they were expecting Shyvana to have taken it, as she wasn't in the top lane, they simply say, we lost pretty much both blue buffs.
Well, Darien was taken so low on that one. Leopard is pushing the lane. He's not hanging around. He's going to try and push it up towards the tower. Diamond's going to get himself that red buff. Darien will back off. Won't really buy, really go for anything. It's just going to be more pots, if anything. Yes, it is. A little few health pots, and Leopard's happily shoving that wave up because the tower's going to do the damage for him. He's going to take out that minion wave. So Darien going to come into this lane. He has hit the level 2, of course. He would have got that off the blue buff all on his own, but he may well be down a little bit on farm.
Yeah, it's definitely not worth it for Darien with this blue buff because he's down in farm now. The XP Leopard can get here from the next wave is gonna make him level 3, and obviously Darien lost an entire wave to the turret here. So it's gonna be very hard for him. He did have the chance to go back and buy though, and he actually picked up a ward and a health pot together with his Thorn's blade. So he will have something, and now bot lane.
Score going very low from this one. Actually, we are going to see Diamond also taking a lot of damage. He goes off to the side. Insec going to get flayed back. Have they got the damage to lock up themselves? Another kill? No, not quite. Well, they do take down Score and pick up first blood.
And the flash forced away from Jinx by Edward and mid lane.
Yeah, he could be dead here. Actually, Alex taking one turret hit himself. Both of them going very low. Are they going to dare to jump in there? Alex does have his flash here. Rio needs to be careful.
And Alex actually have to be careful as well because Insec, he's moving in towards Alex here. There is a flash and he's on the right side of the lane at least to avoid the gank here, but Insec actually staying around.
No, he showed himself. Alex Ich may have made a mistake here. He's going to jump away, and he's only got a tiny little leap. Bless him, but he is going to get away from this one. He's still sticking around, not going yet.
And one thing we didn't have time to touch on in the bot lane, the reason the gank worked out here for Diamond was the fact that Edward forced away the flash from Score at level 1, so the Jinx without flash, no mobility at all, simply meant Diamond could come down for the early gank with double buff and pick up first blood.
There is Ryu having another dig down on towards Alex, but Diamond this time is starting to come across. We're going to see Insec headed possibly up towards that top lane, see if he can get himself in on that one. Ryu, of course, no flash at this point, and up until level 6 could be open to a bit of damage as a Q is going to connect onto him. Have they got enough to finish him off? No, they don't manage it. Diamond takes too much damage from the turret.
Nobody had an ignite, that's the problem. Alex Ich had already used it in the previous fight. He had nothing to follow through. He couldn't get too close. Diamond was willing to tank the turret for another hit. Alex Ich probably could have got another basic attack down there, but Rio, he gets away with it.
So Rio actually have been doing a very good job farming so far, keeping up with Alex, and yes, he had to force the flash now, he had to base. He's gonna return here, and it's gonna be an XP advantage for Alex because he's still staying in the lane while Kassadin was forced out. So it's gonna give him a small lead here, but I'm actually very surprised how well Kassadin have been keeping up early on CS.
Speaking of CS down in this bottom lane, all things even at this point, aside of course from the assists on both Genja and Edward and the death on Score. So that first blood came down on that lane, and still pretty low in terms of levels at this stage of things. Interested to see how it goes and how aggressive the Bullets are going to be at level 6 when they've got that potential to just burst one person down.
Yeah, level 6 is an important mark for them. What the issue for them here is actually Genja will do more damage than Score, but Gambit have to be careful because Insec, he's stealthing down here unnoticed because there's no ward from Gambit in this bush. So if they actually go in for the fight, Insec is there.
And you know Eddie's going to go aggressive. It's going to be a cocoon landing on Edward's face. He gets the play off, tries to put the lantern down for that little bit of extra shielding, but a quick repel from Insec should be enough. He dives on, gets the hook on the tower. Is he going to get the last hit? The tower damage comes in there, and they turn it on its head. Diamond is now coming down the river. They want to close on towards it. Diamond's looking hungry. He wants to get himself a kill. Mafa's going to be the target. He's got next to no mana. Score's going to be the one he goes for. Putting a lot of damage down on towards him. Genja is not close enough to follow through though.
Okay, a lot of details here. First of all, Edward's flashing top lane.
Top lane, that's going to be a kill. Or is it? The Ignite's not enough. And wow, Leopard gets away, and so does Darien.
Again, a lot of details about the gank here in bot lane. First of all, Edward's flash came up the second he needed it to actually flash away, and then he landed the hook, and listen to the crowd here cheering for Gambit. Anyhow, the hook from Edward, because he flashed into the turret range, he didn't manage to land it onto Elise or Insec, forcing him to stay under the turret, get an extra turret hit, so he died actually, get a few extra turret hits. And then when Diamond came down, Score's position to actually protect his AD carry, who didn't have flash, was absolutely beautiful. He was just staying in position so Diamond couldn't land a Sonic Wave.
Oh, we are now level 6. There's a jump away from Alex Ich. And couldn't quite land the cocoon onto him there. And meanwhile, Diamond is waiting off to the side. There's the ward coming in. Insec is going to go down to half HP. Alex jumping over the side. Oh, how is this one going to... Alex actually stealthing up from that one. Where are they going? On towards Diamond. He's going to get stunned up. The jumpers are down. Is he going to get taken? Yes, he is going to get finished off. That is a kill for Kassadin.
Well, that was a catastrophic error.
That was a
collection of errors there from both Diamond and Alex Ich, not on the same page, and that maybe just shows the nerves that Gambit are starting to feel, and KT Bullets, well, they're not a team to just let that go. They're going to capitalize every time there's errors like that.
Yeah, not only did they give up a kill, they also used the flash on Alex, used the Ignite, so both summoners for him are gone, and they got absolutely nothing from it. Let's see if KT Bullets, with the level 6 casting, can punish it, but he's moving bot lane now.
Bot lane's in trouble, Rio's coming down there, and they're getting pressure already on him. He's going to have the force ball just to jump straight on towards him. It's going to be an easy pickup. He gets the hook again. Not this time the damage though, and they can keep on forking. Rift Walk will come through, Score's doing the damage. Rio's taking too many tower hits. He goes down.
Double kill for Genja.
Double kill for Genja. What is happening in this game? Diamond's coming around the back. Score's got barrier and flash available to him if he needs it, but Diamond's going to have a lot of damage. He can't take him. Score's doing the damage. He's got such a big minion wave with him.
Yeah, way too many minions for Diamond to actually go for the fight, and he wasn't level 6 to try and at least kick Score into the turret, so wisely enough he backs away and he picks up all the farm. But Genja getting the double kill there, actually a big misplay from KT Bullets on the dive. They could just have taken the one kill and backed off.
Crazy. I'm not sure why. Rio ended up getting that tower aggro there at the end. The lowest guy that could have possibly got that one. Crazy, crazy stuff. I actually just tried to watch that one back again, and yeah, it was a little bit unlucky for him. I think that Score wasn't the man that got that one. Either way, it's going to leave us at 4-4 in kills. Just a 200 gold difference between these two teams. No turrets as of yet. Although, we have to say, Kassadin now 2-1-0, got himself a Seeker's Arm Guard. Obviously, up past level 6, he's going to be feeling so much more comfortable.
Something we haven't seen is the top lane, and look at the item. Leopard gone for that brutalizer early on in that top lane. He really wants to bully Darien. You can see in terms of CS, the culling coming out, just having a little massage on towards KT Bull. It's not going to do a great level of damage at this time, but what is going on? A brutalizer start for Renekton. This is aggressive.
Well, it's very aggressive, and it also means he wants to be able to 1v1 Darien for as long as possible. We see often the Hydra on Renekton giving him some extra damage to actually extend the time he can 1v1 against Shyvana. Now he's gone for Brutalize instead, so it's more early game aggression. And if he ever gets onto Darien, he will do a lot of damage to him.
Oh, there's Rio once again jumping in on towards Alex Ich, less than half HP. Not really about the kills here, maybe more about the Dragon. Insec has already cleared this one out using that pink ward. You can see that Alex has started to move down, and Gambit are going to have to check this one out.
And Rio actually is going to show himself top lane here because Darien is very overextended.
Oh, where are you going, Darien? Where are you going? He's going to run them a merry dance. He's actually pulled the mid laner away, so maybe they're going to try and make an advantage. They are going towards that dragon, so Gambit trying to take the dragon from this delay, and you can see Darien, we've seen him do this so many times before. He is going to give up the death, but it's a case of can he delay enough for that dragon to go down? Rio taking some serious damage from this one, actually. Darien, that ultimate will run out in a moment. It is going to be a death, but the dragon for Gambit.
Yeah, not worth it at all for KT Bullets, putting 2 members up there and giving up the dragon, and now Gambit going towards the 2 members in the bot lane.
Going for this 3-man dive. Can they get in there? They're waiting for the minions so they can get in range. They actually going towards Genja. There is a kill with a super mega death rocket score. Tries to flash back. Edwards tanking on the turret here. He gets a double kill in the end. Are they going to push around? Elise actually started coming down, then backed away with Insec there. They might have been able to get a couple more.
So stick around. I was going to say, if they stick around, Insec's already there. We see Ryu coming down to the flash and, of course, that rift walk, but they do back away. Defishy, bro, what is going on in this game?
I have absolutely no idea. People are running around everywhere, ganking each other. The only thing I know is the last 30 seconds for Gambit, picking up the dragon, and now you got double kill onto Alex on K6. It couldn't be much better. Well, okay, Genja could have survived, but that's about it.
Pushing out that bottom lane. A couple of moments of silence, I think, after this one. Bit of a crazy matchup so far as Genja going to go heavy on towards Ryu from this one. Hope he's not feeling too confident with that one. We'll have to see. You deciding, okay, maybe he is a little bit stronger than I thought. Edward's there now as well, so I should definitely not get involved.
And we really have to highlight the fact that Rio managed to actually stay even in farm early on, but Darien might be caught out again.
He gets caught with a cocoon. You can see Insec coming in, is going to pounce, but Darien has got the tower to fall back to this time. Doesn't need to make a run straight in towards KT Rolster B's base. That mid lane turret's been left pretty open, and the AD carry and mid lane are looking to try and take something from this one. We do see Alex Titch nearby. Diamond's going to make his way around the side. They're putting the pressure on towards him, but it's a tower hit. The hook on towards Mafa, not really what they wanted. They do manage to get the play, but they just don't have the damage combos. A little bit of misplays from Gambit.
And look who's waiting around the corner here, Insec. He just wanted Gambit to go all in for the fight, and he could have joined in, but Mafa actually decided to flash away. And Genja, he's just left in this bottom lane, going towards the turret. Of course, Castleton will be coming down there and can pick up the farm.
And actually Genja wisely backing away from this one. He's trying to push those minions up into the turret, but as you mentioned, will get down there in time and be able to soak up this farm. He's 76 to 103 CS behind as Gambit start to move through the KTB jungle.
Top lane also being invaded. We can see Insec coming in there this time around. He jumps away, Darien. Where's he going to run to this time? He's got Mafa coming up the river with that stun available, but he's going straight for KT Bullets jungle. Darien is on a jungle path once again. They've taken away the blue buff already, and now they're pushing the mid lane turret. KT Bullets are just being drawn away by the Swag Lord himself, and they're taking objectives every single time. He's been stunned up, he's been cocooned, he's been rocketed in the face, but again, Gambit take a turret.
Yeah, what are you doing, KT Bullets? Killing Darien over and over is going to give you nothing if you lose the blue buff and the mid turret for it. Gambit Gaming are just taking full advantage of the fact that for some reason KT Bullets, they absolutely hate Darien.
They love to kill him, as I think a lot of teams do, but they'll generally, at least by now, figured out that Darien is that troll master and he's just going to run through and try and get you on base. However, we do see the Bullets replying here, getting a turret of their own.
From my own experience, killing Darien again and again, over and over, every time you play Gambit, it actually gets quite boring in the end and you just stop ganking him.
Why did you ever do it?
I killed him a few times.
Scumbag stealing your
2v1,
CS
always killed him 2v1.
Freeze there.
Well, yeah, I stole a lot of kills. That's actually true.
Well, most mid laners, supports these days do. I think they are mid laners actually. Ryu's going to get engaged on by Genja here, just taking a little poke towards him, didn't go full in, trying to wait to see if he can get any support. Diamond was close by, but insisted on taking the red, it seems, first, and Ryu is getting himself farm in that bottom lane. Alexic, well, he's continuing to do the same with that 2 kills, has got himself the Tiamat, going to go towards that Ravenous Hydra. It tends to be the standard mid lane build these days for the Western world.
And Genja, he's just waiting here in the bush. There's of course a pink ward, so he's not spotted out. He didn't actually see Annie coming in as well, so he's doing a very smart job just staying here.
That was a mistake.
A little bit.
Yeah, I think so as well. I don't think it was supposed to be Diamond to have that blue buff. Alex Hitch, nonetheless, doesn't get it this time around. Maybe next time he'll be lucky enough to have that one. He's currently just less than 30 CS in the lead. And let's have a look at Darien Cam here. He's currently doing the golems on the top side of the KTB jungle. And look at it, 3 of them are coming again. Well,
Darien actually have to wait a little bit before dying because there's nothing up for Gambit to take.
Well, our friends in Korea would like to call this proxy farming. We tend to call it farming between the towers, but Darien, he's not falling for it. He uses that Dragon's Descent and gets away. But down the bottom lane, we do see a kill for the KT Bullets. This time around, they take down Genja.
Yeah, and the difference here is the fact that Gambit wasn't in a position to either take a dragon because it wasn't up or in position for any turrets, and that's why KT Bullets could actually move multiple members up there without losing anything.
Alex Itch making his way down river. I thought he was going to jump on Mafa. We're just going to see Genja taken down. Oh, he went too aggressive.
Yeah.
So I actually think he knew there was a pink ward there. That's why he dashed in to try and kill it fast, but he had no idea 2 members from KT Bullets were waiting there.
So, the Dragon is coming up in less than half a minute's time. We can see that the pink ward's already down by the KT Bullets. Insec gonna do the wipe before, no doubt, heading back towards that Dragon area. We can see that Genja has to go towards that top lane. And Leopard is going to be coming down towards the Dragon area. The question is, are they going to fight for this?
Look at the movement from Genji here, instantly going away from the top lane because the Dragon is up in a few seconds. The rest of Gambit is ready to fight for it. We should be seeing the very first big team fight of the game.
They're going to go on towards Darien. He doesn't really care, as he never does. The ward placement, the hook on Leopard, not really the one they wanted though. They just let him go. When you hook a big crocodile, that's not something you're really looking forward with the fishing rod. Instead, they're going to go and force KT Bullets off the Dragon. Now we're going to see Rio goes in, gets a good burst combo on towards Diamond. That may give Gambit some second thoughts.
An intense standoff here for this one as well. Almost lined up there. Bit of a showdown in the river. Dragon going to be started here again for the KT Bullets. There is Diamond going in. Flash timbers though, right to the back. The damage is intense here. Darien is going to go down. Surely they're going to get Edward as well. Actually, Insec falls low. They do manage to kill off Leopard. Alex Itch will fall as well. There's the shutdown. 4 men are dead. There's the slow on towards Genja. No flashes to chase in. It's going to be about the zap and whether Rio can get on top of him. In the end, they decide against it. 4 for 2, and they're going to get the Dragon.
Yeah, such a great engage coming in from Annie here, starting the whole team fight. Leopard follows up with the tapers into the face of Gambit, and once the team fight broke out, we have obviously the Jinx passive being procced very early. She could continue doing damage, and then Cassidy coming in as well.
And look at Cassidy, he's at 5-on-3, started artificio.
Yeah, so notice the fight here, instant flash tables on 3 members. They don't get Genja, but they get still 3, and they get them so low. Look at Darien here, he's having no ultimate, and there's nothing he can actually do in the fight. He goes down as the first member, and now passive on to score, of course, and the rest of KT Bullets can just roll over. And when a Kassadin is left untouched in a team fight, he will always be there to clean up, and that's what he's doing here. Actually getting the kill onto Alex, and then he can chase onto Genja, not picking him up though.
No, he got Diamond and Alex, and that's really all they needed. And once a Kassadin gets going, it's a bit of a problem, a scary, scary problem that Gambit are going to have to deal with because they are 1-0 down in this matchup already. They need to win this one. They need to go 2-0, and Diamond may be biting off more than he can chew here. He needs the safeguard to his buddy. Instead, he has to use that ward. We do see Alex going aggressive though. He's going to jump up to score, gets himself the reset, jumps away.
And yeah, here we see the damage from Kha'Zix onto Jinx. If he can actually get to her, he will be able to kill her. But there's still the issue that this Kassadin have to die. And who's going to kill him if Kha'Zix is jumping to Jinx? I don't know where Gambit will have the damage to take both of them down, but it's definitely what they need to do in the fights.
Once again, we see Darien luring a couple of them down towards this bottom lane. Diamond was just walking back. Insec did just turn back around though and head straight off and towards his jungle. And actually no one directly in this mid lane now to stop Gambit pushing up there, but maybe a little bit too deep for them, to be honest, with both the top and bottom outer turrets still in play. They have got quite a lot of wards down, we have to say, inside of the Bullets jungle.
Yeah, and here, the thing for Gambit, just touching quickly on the Genji build, he's gonna go for Infinity Edge once again, and then possibly later on the build to Rune King. It seems to be his favorite build, and he's gonna go it on pretty much every single AD carry.
No matter what champion, yeah.
No matter what champion, no matter what he's against. But looking here again at the combos when we go into the late game, for Gambit's side, Shyvana of course will outskill the Renekton, and she's going to be very, very strong in the team fights. Kha'Zix, we know how good he is late game when he can get the resets. Lee Sin to set up some plays against the Jinx, and of course Lucian Fresh, they are good in the late game, but the Jinx is going to be absolute monster, and the Kassadin is going to be a monster, so that's going to be an issue for Gambit. And they need to get an early target down, so you have to reset onto Alex. Otherwise, I don't think they have enough damage to actually kill all the important members from KT Bullets.
There's the blue buff, which was supposed to go to Alex last time around. Diamond did finish it off, though. I don't think that was planned. This time, though, Alex is going to get his hands on that one. And if we look at new CS here, he's actually kept it to a very reasonable level since that very early game.
And again, another thing we just have to notice with Genja, he's going to delay his last Whisper by such a long time, and when a Renekton is going to be in his face with the Sunfire, with of course the Ninja Tapis, it's going to take Genja quite a while to actually kill him, unless he's having the help from the rest of Gambit's side. But look again, all the physical damage on them, K6 of course, and now Darien actually fighting against Leopard.
It's going to just go duel in, keep on the go there. Insec once again coming to the rescue down that river, down the side. He also has Mafa coming in. Again, Darien needs to be careful. He doesn't get baited into this one. 0-3-2. I think he's going to be a little bit cautious. Yes, they see him with the ward. Diamond also coming in. He's spotted out by that ward. So I think everyone would be defensive. I tell a lie. KT Bullets want this turret. They're all coming in full force.
Yeah, and Gambit actually spotted them at the blue buff as well, so they know every single member from KT Bullets is towards this bot lane turret. They want to get the last outer turret down.
And they should be able to take it as well. Gambit's starting to move in with a few men. Ryu's already left here and has headed back up towards the river. Jinx, Elise, Annie, all in a big procession there, moving up the river and actually in the enemy jungle, which Mafa needs to be a little bit cautious about. And
they're actually checking the Baron.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Mafa would go that way if he's not planning on warding anyway. That just seemed like a bit of a danger to me, but nonetheless.
Jinx used the rocket, like you said. They were checking the Baron, and then you saw KT. They looked like they had that bottom turret, and they were just thinking, why is this so easy? How are we taking it so easily? They were lulled by Gambit's basically poor positioning and expected to see them at the Baron.
We're just back to the whole point of Gambit's combo with being all physical damage here, and the fact that we're gonna get such a late last Whisper onto Genja. It can be a big issue in the team fights. We actually see Alex already picking up his last Whisper, so he knows he needs the armor penetration or he will do so little damage to the tanky members of KT Bullets.
What I think you mean is this build is gonna delay his stinger.
True.
Not sure if we'll see another stinger. It didn't quite work out.
I really hope he's gonna build the last Whisper. That's all I can say. I really hope he's gonna build the last Whisper.
Well, we'll see about that one as time goes on. We've got 1 minute until the dragon comes up from this one. Darien just enjoying his farm, but he's behind, to be honest. Leopard's done a very solid farming job, up to 220 CS already. Some fire cape in there with that brutalizer, and he's actually sat on 2,000 gold as well for the next time he goes back.
Oh, they're trying to bait this one. Alex is waiting. Diamond's off the side. Insec is coming down to try and help out. I'm pretty sure they know he's there, but you can see Darien, he is acting as pure bait right now. Both Diamond and Alex, they want to go for it. Mafa's there as well, and they've got to realize something's up. This guy's crazy, but they're going to jump in towards it. They don't get enough damage down towards Leopard. Diamond's going to come in. Who's he going to land the kick on? Gets it on towards Leopard, follows through. The ulti kick comes in there. They don't get the reset. Dominus pops it. They're still trying to get the damage down. Now they get the reset. Is it going to be enough to follow through? Kassadin coming down towards the river. Edward throwing out the hook wildly, trying to keep Ryu at bay here. They will get caught out by a null sphere, but they will back away. Damage done. They got themselves a kill.
Yeah, very nice move by Gambit. They saw Jinx was up in the top lane farming and also spotted Ryu moving from the mid lane, so they knew the position of KT Bullets is why they could go for this fight. Now, 14 seconds on Renekton, he's dead, and the dragon is up, and Gambit, they're nowhere near.
Yeah, I'm guessing that, well, they died at Dragon last time, so they had a rough time running, that's for sure. We are going to see them coming, but they don't manage to get the seal. There is a repel and a flash instantly here for Insec. Good cocoon on towards Alex, but will he be able to escape? Slow coming down. Alex gets one. We do see Score pick up Edward, though, on the ramp into the blue buff.
And the fact that Alex can continue picking up kills is so good for Gambit. And man, going again.
Good stun. They don't get enough. And Ryu has gone down. Big chunk of gold going to Alex Hitchdown. They're jumping on towards Score. They don't get the reset. Leopard going really deep. He gets Alex Hitchdown. They can turn this one back on his head, and they have to kick Leopard away from this one. The damage really only from Genja with that Infinity Edge, but those chompers perfectly placed from KT Bullets. Blue buff may well get stolen by Gambit. And this game is far from over.
And these team fights are going to be all about Alex. If he can get in there, get the kill he wants, get the reset, and avoid dying. He's doing so much damage to the members from KT Bullets with this early Last Whisper, of course. Or not early, but with the Last Whisper, now the Mortal Mortius. So he's having some more magic resist as well to survive some of the bursts from Kassadin and the burst from Annie. So Gambit Gaming's team fights. Alex, keep an eye on him. If he can stay alive, if he can get the resets, Gambit have a chance to win this game.
Now we see Darien finally looking to get rid of that outer turret, the last outer turret here. Not quite got the minions there to help him out, but he's going to revisit them as they start to stream in towards this bottom lane. Leopard's going to be too late down on that bottom side, and that will be turret number 3 of the game here for Gambit. Meanwhile, though, we see up at the Baron, everything being warded out, paint being put down at the front there by the Bullets. Are they going to be able to bait Gambit into this one? They may even decide to go for Alex. It's Ryu getting up front there. The rest of the Bullets are just off there on the side.
And meanwhile now, blue buff actually started by KT Bullets. They pick it up for Insec. Very nice for them. No blue buff for Alex. He won't have the extra cooldown reduction. And they're going for the fight.
They're going in, they catch out Alex and Edward. Alex managed to jump away. Edward popping that ultimate down. The chopper's not quite going to catch on. Edward will be the sacrificial lamb. And now they're going to continue going. Leopard taking a lot of damage from the culling, but Genja is so low from this one. Again, Edward, Darien loses his ultimate. Actually catches all 4 members. Fast balls dive on there. Nicely played Ryu catching on towards Genja. And this is going to be the turret for KT Bullets.
And the chasing potential of the combo from KT Bullets with both Jinx and the Kassadin simply means every time they get a pick in the fights, they can continue going. Genja, he was so far away, trying to escape, but Rio just jumped after him with the flash and picked up the kill.
They're going to keep on pushing. They're going towards the inhibitor turret. Diamond taking so low from that one. The inhibitor turret taking a lot of damage, but Alex is back up here. They have to get away. They could have a good chase potential, but not the kick landing. And Darien and Edward, well, they're going to chase, but Bullets back off.
And notice in this teamfight how Leopard, he's so far into the backline of Gambit because he can tank the damage from Genja. He can tank the damage from whoever is with Genja in there. There's no Last Whisper. He actually bought a stinger. I'm out.
Yeah, I told you. That build is just delaying his stinger, that's all.
I refuse to ever talk about Genja builds again, but the fact that Leopard can actually stay so far into the backline of Gambit, tank multiple members, means that the rest of KT Bullets can just kill the front line of Gambit every single time and then chase on to Genja.
Ooh, this could be dangerous. The Bullets waiting on that backside. Ward. Was that supposed to go over the wall?
Ryu fully
think it may
stacked
have
off
been.
the side there. He's waiting. The hook's going to come out, not going to land from Edward. That could have turned things around. They're going to jump on towards it. Cocoon instead for Darien, and Gambit have to step away from this one. They've done a relay race into the fountain, KT Bullets, so they are all fully stacked, all fully healthy. Gambit have no advantage anymore.
Crazy tense moment from this one as Alex dives on top of score. He's not going to be able to escape this one. They've thrown out Tibbon and they are going to be able to kill off Alex. There's a repel. He takes the lantern up to the set. Oh, but the ignite from Ryu finishes that one off. Can they get any more? Leopard comes into the front. Genja has to back away as the kick comes down towards Insec. The box is down from Edward, but he's off onto the side. Insec has gone down. Edward is going to fall. Ryu is looking to finish off Darien. He's still very tanky, but he's slows coming out, not going to let him get away, and there is Ryu picking up a double. Looked for Diamond, but he was still too healthy. 4 for 2 in favor of KTB.
And KT Bullets are now pushing down this turret. They will be able to get it. The Tippers can tank a few of the hits. Only Diamond is there to try and stop them.
Well, will he be able to stop them? That's the question. He's taking a lot of hits on that turret. The turret goes down. He has to flash away. He's going to get flashed and caught by Leopard. And Ryu comes in. One more hit. The Null Sphere does it. That is the ace. Alexic is back up. He's got his boots on. He's going to be charging to try and get a kill.
And the team fights for KT Bullets are just superior. The fact that Alex actually went in, killed Jinx early on. Yes, he got caught in by a very nice cocoon from Insec, and then the rest of KT Bullets went on to him. But the fact that he can kill the AD carry, and they still lose the team fight.
Alexic jumped on Ryu and the teleport went back at the split second he used his claws. That was close.
Close stuff there from Alex, who's going to have that load of farm down on the bottom side as well. He's up to 240 now. More of Malmortius, the Last Whisper, Tiamat, and a Chain Vest. Is he headed up towards that Guardian Angel?
There's 327 armor on Renekton. There's no Last Whisper, but a Stinger on Genja. Now, I would actually like to see how long it will take him to kill Renekton 1v1, and if he's actually ever gonna kill him.
I think he'd probably die. His own health would tick off that Thornmail before it happens. Darien coming in once again. Oh, he's been caught out the stun. Comes out the lanterns there. It's enough to get away, but KT Bullets are starting to run rings around Gambit.
Oh, wow. That is a lot of damage on towards Genja. Super Mega Death Rocket came in, didn't get them the kill, but Insec will be able to get that one. There is a cocoon landing. Darien surely not going to be able to escape. He uses his ultimate, but the slow comes out from Score. That's going to allow him to get excited and push around this side, and they can take this inhibitor now, no worries.
And they can go towards the Baron afterwards, and they should be able to pick it up. Gambit can try and steal with Diamond, but that will be the last hope for them. They need to try and stop this Baron if KT Bullets are going there.
Well, KT Bullets get that inhib, they back away, and really they can go wherever they want. We've been talking about Kassadin all weekend and wondering who eventually will go big with it. Ryu, 11-8 so far, has worked so well for him, and getting those kills early on. KT Bullets start the Baron.
And simply the fact he could get farm early on against Alex, where he was supposed to be shut down. But let's see what happens here. Diamond is coming around the edge, and a hook onto Mafa.
Oh, Mafa is surely going to go down from this one. Actually, no, flashes away. Alex Itch is going to have to try and back away. But Score chasing in on top of him. Ryu is going to be the one that chases off as well. Alex, I think, has escaped this one. And the KT Bullets backing away once again.
It interrupted the Baron, though. It did the job. That's what they needed to do. Baron didn't go down. Gambit lived to fight another day.
Exactly. Trading a 0-7 support to stop the Baron is perfectly fine for Gambit here. It gives them the chance actually to set up a new team fight, or at least try and set up a pick onto KT Bullets. But we need to remember this combo here with both Jinx and Kassadin, and of course the very tanky Renekton. It's going to be very hard for Gambit in the team fights, and they really need to catch someone out of position before they can go in, because 5 against 5, KT Bullets are simply stronger at the moment.
Well, 24-14 kills in favor of KTB. The gold, there's not a massive difference, all things considering. There's Darien. What's he going to do this time? He uses a dragon, but he's not escaping this one. All 5 men there from the KT Bullets going to hunt him down. It's now a 5 versus 4. This is surely Baron.
Yeah, Alex is actually home guarding from the base here. He wants to join the team, and Diamond once again, he can try and steal it, but it should be the best for Gambit.
Mafa with that stun, Tibbers available. Edward comes in again, they try and catch on towards him, the flare being used. Diamond getting caught out, he's going to be the focus target. The rocket does not land, but it doesn't matter, the choppers will come in there. Alex jumps in, does not get himself a kill, does not get himself a return. He does finally, but he's got the ghost. The Guardian Angel's coming to come out there. Genja's running away, running for his life. The reset comes out, but he gets quickly shut down. It's Lee Sin, sorry, Lee Sin not picks it up, it's Elise. Well, technically it was Insec, so I was kind of thinking Lee Sin.
Now, it's not over just yet. Genja's still being chased down, and is, I think, going to escape. Leopard doesn't even care. He's got about 3 million armor once again, but the Bullets may look to close out the game right here.
They stop the Baron once again. They do have Darien alive. They have Genja alive. Has this delayed it once again? Darien, just stop getting caught. That's all you need to do. They get themselves a Nexus turret, and they back away.
Well, I have to question the fact that KT Bullets didn't actually just return to the Baron and try to pick it up finally. Decided to get a Nexus turret for it. But again, Baron is still up. KT Bullets can return there now. Force Gambit once again to move out of the base. Once again to fight them. And every single time Gambit has moved up to try and stop KT Bullets, multiple members have died. Yes, they've stopped the Baron, but they just die every single time. So it's in favor of KT Bullets. And it might even be in their favor that Baron is still up, because they can go there again and force Gambit to move.
Well, Genja's finished off that Zephyr now, and
good for him.
to be fair, we've got a lot of stuns. You've got the tenacity there.
I don't care. Joe, I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
35% less stun.
I don't
and
care.
slow. No, okay. They probably need the armor. Oh, Darien. He's
Darien caught again. They're going to get on the back line. They've got into Mafa. They're going to try and do enough damage. Diamond's going to run away from this one. That's the focus there. They split opposite directions. Ryu not too sure which way to go on this one. He is going to run away. Meanwhile, Leopard's being singled out here. And Gambit are doing work, but they have not got the damage. Alex Itch isn't available to get the kills down on him. He finally comes in, gets Insec down there. He's going to jump back on towards Insec. Gets himself, no! Insec repels away from the damage. Oh, the cocoon lands. Oh, the humanity right now. Alex Itch just being ripped apart by the jungler from KT Bullets. He's got nowhere to run, and Ryu's going to come in and close the deal.
And that was such a messy team fight now. Ryu, he should be able to pick this one up unless Alex can actually jump towards him.
Didn't fancy it. Didn't fancy it. He could have jumped on towards him. Insec's going to be taking down the inhibitor. And again, KT Bullets, they're still
They're toying with Gambit, I feel here. Gambit are getting close to winning these team fights, though.
Getting closer, we have to remember though, Jinx weren't there when the team fight actually started. She came down very late, actually also stepped into the box, so was delayed even more. Had she been there from the start, it would have been a completely different story because they missed out on all her damage.
So, KT Bullets will have another go at Baron. It's been interrupted a couple of times. And mostly by Darien just coming in there and then turning away and showing them that they really like to kill Darien. He's currently 176. Mafa here going to have to be using that talisman just to run away, and the Q was very, very close to actually connecting, but Gambit moving themselves up towards that Baron area. The rest of the KT Bullets starting to come in. Scorley, the one that's furthest away at this point, because we are going to see actually Diamond diving in a little bit on towards Insec and Leopard. And Alex now going to try and burst down Ryuk. Has he got the damage for this one? There's the Zonya's going to be used. Alex pops his ultimate from this one. Super Mega Death Rocket comes across the side. Diamond is going to be in there as well. Who are they going to go for? They decide on Diamond. He stands on the chompers. The slow actually not connecting onto him there. And there is the kill on towards Insec. A shot down. Leopard now going to be chased down. The play coming in onto him. And that is 3 kills for Gambit. And truly the Baron for them now.
So what on earth is happening?
Gambit had the position around Baron, they had got some good wards up, and then Alex, he went towards the top lane, no vision on him, and as soon as Ryu used his teleport to farm, or his ultimate to farm, Alex just jumped him.
The crowd certainly have a favorite in this tournament, and Gambit now have the Baron. They're only 2,000 gold behind. They do not have that middle inhibitor. What are they going to do with this one? Because they have the ability clearly to get the kills.
But this have to be the wake-up call for KT Bullets to stop toying around. They've been having so many options to get the Baron, so many options to either push further down the base of Gambit, and they didn't use it. And now, very, very good use of the vision control around Baron for Gambit side. That's why they could sneak up there, get the kill onto Kassadin, and then follow it up and get more kills.
Oh dear. Score down the bottom lane. He's getting himself some farm. That's what we're looking towards. Meanwhile, Gambit are continuing. With this Baron buff, what will they do? They've got themselves so much vision across that top half of the lane, but they've got nowhere to push, nowhere to go, nowhere to do this. They have to try and get some more picks. That's what's been working for them. And KT Bullets, as you said, they've realized the danger of the situation, and they are staying very much as a group of 5. They know they can't get picked off by the likes of Alex, by the likes of Diamond, which they saw was that full gank on Rio. Once that mid laner went down, there were some damage issues for KT Bullets.
Well, Kassadin is having 13 of the kills, so of course he's a big part of KT Bullets' damage-dealing champions here, but we actually see them staying in their base, or staying around their own base. They don't want to risk anything by going out here. They don't want to fight this Baron buff, Gambit, and they don't want to be picked off. So they're just staying safe here, waiting for the Baron buff to expire. They can do this because they're still slightly ahead. Actually, after this Dragon, it's going to be very, very close now.
Dragon goes down, and look at the goal. Actually, just about 100 or 200 that separates these two teams at this point. As you mentioned, the Bullets just waiting until that buff is run out. Ryu has actually just finished his Rabadon's death cap, which leaves him with 672 AP. It's quite a lot.
So we'll see if that Zephyr build works out for Genja. At the moment, it's looking good. He's starting to turn the game around. If he wins with it, God knows what we're going to be able to say about it, because I don't know. He's won one game with it already. Maybe he wins a second one, and then it'll be all sorts of trouble. Oh, Cocoon does land on Diamond. Darien trying to force in. You can see actually KT Bullets doing a great job at defending. Their inhibitor has now spawned, so those super minions they've been trying to push against in that mid lane are going to weaken.
KT Bullets are just waiting it out. They don't want to fight again as long as there's the Baron buff onto Gambit, and it's the smart move because they need to realize if they lose one more team fight, all of a sudden Gambit can actually just finish the game.
Well, we'll see whether it works out. They have to try and make a push here. The Baron has, what, a minute left on it. Genja just off at the side there, keeping those waves pushing in. And you can see just normal siege minion now, that's all remaining. The hook not landing, so really they got a lack of engagement. We've already seen how strong Leopard is there. Insec just dodging away from that combo, more of a misplay from Alex more than anything. Chomper's going down, they keep trying to get some damage on towards it. The hook on to Leopard, they don't want that one. There's Chomper's doing a grand job. Alex really wants to get something. Jump in, just jump out. He's got his Guardian Angels up. He's willing to sacrifice himself.
Or are they going to dive in for this one? The Bullets don't want to lose this inner turret. They've made that pretty clear with that last stand around that they did. Diamond off to the side, Alex off to the side. They've got vision of the two of them as Mafa puts in another ward, and that not quite going to be cleared out in time. As Gambit step forward once again towards the turret. The Hawks so close to landing a couple of times here.
And it's so hard for Gambit to actually get some damage onto the turret because Genja, he's the one who's supposed to do it, but if he moves in too close, there's the possibility of the tippers from Annie. There's Kassadin jumping to Chuck to simply do a lot of damage to him, so he doesn't feel safe enough going in there, and that's smart because it will be the opening for KT Bullets to actually engage.
They need to rotate down towards his bottom lane. There is the Baron buff now worn off. They're continuing to keep this pressure on. KT Bullets may try and make a play off this one. They've realized that the buff is down. They do manage to go in towards it and look at the damage on Genja. Now they're going to see KT Bullets. They're going to pursue. Talisman's both being popped in. They're jumping on towards Darien. Meanwhile, coming around the backside, the kick comes in. Alex jumps in. Who's he going to catch on towards? Score's being taken low. Score goes down. They're jumping on Insec. Insec taken low. Does manage to get him into double cover. Darien. That's going to be 3 now. Alex jumps in. He gets himself back.
Wow.
They jump on Leopard. This could be the ace for Gambit. The hook comes out from Edward, and they do get him down. They're just going to chase on, and it's an ace for Gambit. This game, what the hell? I don't know what's going on. Gambit in the home grounds against Korean teams just turn things around.
And Genja actually got bursted down instantly, but meanwhile that happened, the rest of Gambit turned around and just killed everyone.
Absolutely insane stuff here. 40 minutes on the clock, 20 seconds spawn time. I don't think they've got enough here to finish the game, do they? I don't think they're going to go for it. We're going to take the inhibitor down, and they're going to back away. So, inhib is down. There's an open inhib on the other side. Let's not forget, Gambit only have one Nexus turret.
And look at this fight here. Notice Genja, he's actually having barrier ready, but Ryu, he wants to kill him, and he's going to burst him for so much that Genja, he's not ready for it. Notice Kassadin coming in here. Jumping into Genja, instant dead. But then the rest of Gambit, Diamond coming in from behind, and then Alex jumping into the face of the 3 members, being knocked up by the ultimate from Diamond. And once he gets the kill onto Score, who actually flashes into the wall, not over it, he gets the reset, he can continue the damage, and from here on out, Gambit are so tanky and having so much damage that there's nothing KT Bullets can do to turn it around. As soon as Jinx is dead, the fight is over for them.
And that flay again, Edward catching 3 members of KT Bullets into that flay. And well, the chase on Leopard took a little bit while longer, but the hook came out from Eddie once again. So, Baron will be up in around about a minute's time once this replay runs its course. And we can see this is possibly going to be the focus, but look at the position. KT Bullets, they're looking for a backdoor.
They're going to backdoor it.
It's going to be a base race.
They're going to go around the backside. Gambit are on the top of the map. They've got Leopard in the mid lane right now. Leopard's going up there. He's going to be the one that's going to stop them from recalling from this. They've taken down the inner turret. There is Leopard spotted by it. They're going to use the talisman. They're going for this one. Leopard is going to be chased by Gambit. They don't have time. They can't do that. They cannot go for Leopard. They're trying to recall right now, but they're going in for the Nexus turrets. Can you believe it? The KT Bullets go straight through into the base. Genja comes down as well, but the Nexus goes down. Oh my God! Can you believe it? The KT Bullets in amazing fashion go through to the grand final of the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship.
But wow, you have to give Gambit so much respect for coming back into this game. And then KT Bullets with this smart move, unnoticed, moving all the way around.